Hello and welcome to our first video in our free traffic video series. We're going to talk about article marketing. One thing that's important to keep in mind when it comes to free traffic is the fact that it takes a while to get leads. It's a very slow process and it requires a lot of work. If you're not willing to put in the work or you have the money to invest, then I would utilize paid traffic methods. And I'm going to discuss that once this video series ends and all the different paid traffic methods you can do. But, free methods are free because of that. It takes time, and one of the best methods is article marketing. And, article marketing is very similar to blogging, but there are some differences. First of all, there may be a limit on how many words you could put in your article. A minimum, for example, you may not be able to, for example, zinearticles is typically where you want to send your articles. They're the top dog. However, you cannot send them an article that is, I believe the number is 500 words or less, or they'll reject it. Where blogging, you can do a short little blog post and it doesn't matter. I mean, typically you want to at least have 200 or 300 words, but, the other difference is that blogging is more personal. You can give your opinion, you can do reviews, you could talk one-on-one with people, you could talk about yourself. Blogging is different. Article marketing is different. You have to think of it more as a how-to. You are providing information of value, helpful information, and in return, you want to get people to come to your website. And that's how these article directories and websites work. It's like a trade-off. I provide you with information, and now you will do me the favor of thanking me by becoming an email subscriber or visiting my website. That's kind of how it works. Now, in order to make article marketing effective, you need to write at least 1 to 2 posts a day and submit those every day. And then you want to set a goal. Now, one particular goal that people have set are getting to 1,000 articles. They feel that if you reach 1,000 articles, then you're going to have a ton of traffic coming your way. But it takes a while to get there. So you may want to come up with a strategy. One strategy that people do, and I'm not too crazy about, is they will take their article and put it in an article spinner. And that spinner will then change certain sentences, change certain words, and then spit out another article. The problem is that search engines and sites like Google and especially eZine, they know that this is happening and they're looking for it. And if they find yours to be a newly edited version of what you've already done, you're not going to be found in the search engines. They'll punish you. So you really do want to write fresh content. I know 1,000's tough. It really is. It's a tough goal to achieve. But you have to think of it this way, that when you do achieve that, you may not have to write anymore, because you're going to have constant traffic coming in. Because that's a lot of material to get out there, which means you will be found in the traffic, the traffic search. One or more of those articles will get you traffic. Okay, so we got that out of the way. zinearticles is the top place to send your articles, and you probably want to do a bunch of other directories as well. However, they are tough. They're rejection happy. They have very strict rules, and they are extremely inefficient. So, if you go right here, you see that link right there? That's a link to a video I did all about zinearticles. You're going to want to watch that video if you plan on doing this. It's extremely helpful. I expose a lot of things, and I tell you what my own experiences were. So that's something worth taking a look into. Also, when you're going to do an article, you have to properly format it. Very important. If you don't properly format it, it's either going to get rejected or never be found in the search engines. It's just the way it is. So one of the most important aspects is search engine optimization, SEO. To help you get started, and because I want to get you all off on the right foot, because a lot of the free traffic methods need to utilize SEO. I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of indigestion here. Sorry about that. I have a free SEO handbook for you. Free SEO guide. It's free to download. You don't have to register for anything. You don't have to buy anything. I'm offering this not only to my email subscribers, but also anybody who's watching this video. Because I want to help you get off to a nice start and to help you along the way as we go through all these different free traffic methods. So make sure you get your copy right now, and let's continue. There's a couple things you need to do when you're writing your article. First of all, you want to make sure it's at least 500 words or more. Don't write anything, anything less than that. Second thing is, you're going to need to choose the proper keyword and key phrase. So let's just use this as an example. Let's say we're going to write an article about article marketing. So article marketing is going to be our key phrase. So we would go to Google AdWord Planner, and then we would type in article marketing. Now when we get the results, we're going to see how many people a month search for that term. If you see something like 90 people search, stay clear. You're not going to get good results. If you see something like, 3,000, 10,000, 20,000 people searching for that results, you're gold. Then that's a great term. Otherwise, if only a few people are searching, you're going to have to change around that keyword or key phrase and try to find something that gets a lot of search results. The next thing we need to figure out is the competition. How many websites are using that? How many articles have that as their subject line? So we go to Google and we put it in quotes and we search to see how many people are using it. And in the upper left hand screen, you're going to see how many people are how many websites have that search, whatever the search result number is. Let's say that search result is 100 or less. You're golden, because that means nobody's using that in their website, but you have 3,000 people searching for it. So you're great. You're gonna get found. But what if 100,000 websites are using that term? Well, you're gonna need to make adjustments. Let's say your article title is gonna be affiliate marketing is super powerful. Do a search for that. Make sure you do an exact search for that. Put it in quotes. And you might find that 2 people already have articles with that same title. Or you may find nobody has it. So now you've got something you can use. So that's what you do there. So once you have your proper keyword, your key phrase, now we got to go place it in all the right places. First place you're going to put it in is your title, your subject. Your subject is also called your H1 tag. Now you're going to create a second subject heading called an H2 tag, and you're going to do a third. The second one is just above your second paragraph, and it's basically another title, but it's going to feature that keyword or key phrase. And of course, when you go on to a third piece of information in your article, which would be another paragraph, you would do your H3 tag and make sure that keyword's in there. Then you want it in your first sentence of your first paragraph. You want it in your last sentence of your last paragraph. Then you want it in between every 100 words. So you put it in your first paragraph, 100 words later, fit it in there again, and so on. If you're doing an article that has 500 words or more, let's just go with 500 words, you're going to want it in there at least 5 times. If it's 1,000, 10 times. Think of it that way, The more your keywords in there, according to the number of words you use, the better chances you have of being seen by the search engine. If you abuse the keyword and use it too much and put it all over the place where it shouldn't be, you're actually going to cost yourself and not be found in the search engines because Google will punish you. I know this sounds funny and, like it's all out in outer space, but it's the honest truth. I mean, it is not easy to be an internet marketer, and when you are utilizing anything that deals with Google, they'll make your life hell. So make sure you follow the proper rules. The next thing we need to do is make sure we use images for our articles. I always like to use one, and I always put it in the upper right after my first paragraph. It does a couple things. First of all, it makes your article look nice and professional. The second thing, it gives you something to pin, because you do want to use Pinterest to pin all of your content, your blog posts, your articles, because it's very powerful. Pinterest is a fantastic social media free traffic source. The next thing you want to do is you want to put in your keyword in the properties of that photo. Now, for the photo itself, you can use free public domain photos. You can buy royalty-free photos. You could create your own. As long as they look professional and they're related in some way to your article, that's all you need. Now, once you have that done, you got to wrap up the article by creating a call to action and your signature. So you'll have your name, and then you'll have a little advertisement, but you can't directly sell anything. zinearticles, for example, hates that. So one way to go about this is give away something for free. So, for example, I'm in 5-Figure Day, so I give away free websites. So my little call to action could be, hey, I'm giving away free money-making websites. Why not join my email subscriber list and join my email newsletter and become a subscriber today and get your free website. It's a great way to get people. It's intriguing. They're getting free money-making websites. They come into my list. Boom, I got a lead. You don't want to be like, hey, if you're a Motor Club of America setter, sign up for Motor Club of America today, and then make lots of money with Motor Club. Join my site right now. Make sure you choose what plan you're going to buy. zinearticles may not let that go through. You just want it to be a one sentence, a very simple sentence that gets people to want to click on your link. And having a way for them to subscribe, or telling them, join my email subscriber list for more information, anything like that, that's a way to do it. The next thing you do is, of course, submit it. And of course that all depends on who you're submitting it to. Like I said, you can go to my video about zinearticles, which is going to be very helpful. Now you just stay consistent. Send out an article or two a day and try to get that, that goal of 1,000. And eventually, your articles are going to be found. They're going to be found in the search engines, and you're going to have a lot of free leads. So that's article marketing. I don't know, did I mention in the beginning that it has to be thought of as a how-to article? Not an opinion or a review. I did a review and it got rejected. They told me outright, don't do reviews, we don't like them. So don't do reviews. Depending on the article directory site, eZine won't accept it. But make sure this is a little tricky. This is why I urge you to watch the eZine video. Here it is again, the link right there. Because, they have very strict rules, and you got to make sure that you follow it correctly. But once you get it down and you start doing this, you're going to have an endless amount of traffic, which is wonderful, and that's the whole point of doing this. So, thank you for watching. If you want to become an email subscriber, if you're not, click on that link that I have below at www.jrwork.biz. I'd be happy to have you on board. I will see you next time.